Abigail Watkins here with Bill Patrick. Tell us a little bit about what your job is.
Well, I'm executive director of the Kentucky County Attorneys Association, and our group, of course, represents the Commonwealth within the district courts, and the opposite of Ray, but they also work with the fiscal courts, the judge executives, county officials, and our association represents them in Frankfort, and I've been with the association for 5 years.
So tell us a little bit about why the Prosecutors Conference is important to your organization.
Well, this is one of the two conferences. There's only two annual conferences that really brings everyone together, and this is real important in terms of the educational opportunities that they do each year as attorneys, but it's also to update and keep everyone getting together to share ideas and share what's going on and address the problems, because there's some serious, obviously, working for Ray, and he does such a great job here for us in Fayette County, and I'm a Fayette County citizen. And he says he's going to run for governor one day, but I'm not sure when. But anyway, the serious issues that have to be addressed, and this is one of the conferences, like I say, that our folks come to, and it's really good. It's a good time as well as a good experience. Listen to the speakers and so.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Abigail Watkins with Lexington Prosecutor News. I'm here with one of the presenters from the Prosecutors Conference. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Bill Baker. I'm with the Attorney General's Cyber Crimes Branch.
Okay, and a little bit of a tough subject you had to talk about today. Just tell us a little bit, some of the main points about your presentation.
Well, basically the presentation was centered around making the prosecutor community a little more aware of the emerging trends in electronic crimes. The more we educate them, the easier our job is.
Hi, I'm here with District Attorney Mike Mann, and we are from the same town, right in Bullitt County. Tell us a little bit about our jurisdiction.
Our jurisdiction, well, we're a county of about over 70,000 right now. We're a single county,
growing, right?
a single county circuit. We have been for several years, and yes, growing greatly.
Tell us about a little bit of the crime that's the biggest issue in our town.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of heroin problems right now, like a lot of the other counties in the state. And what we're finding is, and what I see is that just about every burglary and theft type crime we have is somehow associated to drugs, and especially right now, heroin, which is really dangerous.
Two other attendees of the Prosecutors Conference. Can you introduce yourselves to us?
Hi, my name is Harry Rothgerber, and I was the first assistant Commonwealth's attorney in Louisville for 16 years before I retired in January.
All right. So how's life going after being a prosecutor?
Well, being retired is great, but I really appreciate this opportunity to meet and meet and greet the friends in the unified prosecutorial system that I made over those many years.
Lots of great connections. And introduce yourself.
I'm Kate Hendrickson, and I was Commonwealth's attorney in the 19th Judicial Circuit. I chose not to run again, and now I'm doing special felony prosecutions through the Mason County Attorney's Office for the AG's office.
So you're still involved in prosecution?
So I am still. I just couldn't stop.
So what has it meant to you being at the Prosecutors Conference? What have you gained?
Information for one thing, but as Harry said, it's wonderful to see everyone that you've worked with and connect and learn from them.
Nice little family of prosecutors.
I was a public defender for 16 years.
Really?
So I attended many public defender conferences before I became a prosecutor, and I guarantee you, it's much better being on the right side of the law where you do justice.
Good thing you figured that out.
Rather than, represent the desires of criminals.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing like being a prosecutor. It's a great bunch of colleagues to have, and I appreciate every minute that I spent as a prosecutor.
I'm here with Rob Sanders, and what judicial circuit do you represent?
I'm the 16th Judicial Circuit, which is Kenton County.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what the Prosecutors Conference, like what you've got out of it so far.
Well, biggest thing, obviously, is the CLEs. This is the one time a year that we actually get CLEs paid for, so we have to show up at the conference. But we've spent the first part of the conference talking about digital evidence and computer forensics and online predators, things like that. And it's something that we deal with constantly. The Attorney General's office, their unit, Kentucky State Police, and our own Kenton County Police Department has a great forensics investigator, both on the searching computers and cell phone side, and also an investigator that works online to catch online predators. So we deal with a lot of those cases, and it's always good to get the latest in what's going on.
What are some of the biggest crimes that you're dealing with right now in Kenton County?
Well, in Kenton County, we actually got hit with the heroin epidemic about 2 years before it made its way to Lexington. So we've been dealing with it for a long time, and now everybody else in the state is starting to figure out what we've been talking about for quite a while, because heroin started out coming down south on I-75, and we've been dealing with it. It's only going to get worse here in Lexington. It's a huge, huge problem. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. Our overdose deaths are probably at least one a day, and that's just deaths, not even overdoses. It's really out of control, so we're still fighting that, and that's driving all of our property crime. I know Ray is real big on letting everybody know that the property crime is driven by the drug crime. He's absolutely right. We've got burglaries coming out our ears, and we got forged checks. We've got all sorts of thefts and stolen property cases, and it's all being driven by the heroin addictions.
You're not the first person that said that today, actually.
No, I'm sure I'm not. Everybody's, like I said, the legislature's starting to pick up on it. We heard the Attorney General talk about it this morning. We've been predicting that, you guys right now are still talking about pain pills. Heroin's coming, and we were seeing it for a while, and now everybody's seeing the same thing.
It's good to have a little bit of support.
Yes, it's nice. Now that everybody's beating the same drum, I think the legislature will hopefully listen to us this time around, and maybe we'll see a little relief in the form of legislation in the next session.
Former intern from our office here, introduce yourself to us.
Hi, my name's Whitney Meredith. I'm an assistant Commonwealth attorney in the 10th Circuit, which is LaRue, Nelson, and Hart counties.
Okay, exciting. So how long ago were you an intern?
Long time ago. 2001, 2002. For Ray. I did it my whole entire third year in law school.
And still using all the things you learned from our office, right?
Of course, yes. Ray is the best teacher.
Of course.
He set my path. So,
what are some of the biggest crimes that you're dealing with in your circuit right
now? We have 3 smaller counties, so we really have a variety of things. We're still dealing with manufacturing meth a lot, and still some robbery, burglaries that are usually connected to drugs, and still some child abuse cases, but I would say the majority of our cases are manufacturing meth cases.
It's something we don't deal with quite as much around here.
Right, because it's more of a rural county area where people, we don't have a lot of inner city issues. They're mostly out in the counties.
So what have you gained from the connections at the Prosecutors Conference so far?
It's just really nice to be able to meet all the Commonwealth attorneys all over the state, especially when we have defendants that commit crimes in multiple places. You can call those people. They've met you at the conference, and you develop a working relationship with them. So it's good.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with 2 former interns from the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Can you introduce yourselves to us?
My name is Ramsey Groves, and I'm an assistant Commonwealth attorney in Christian County, Kentucky.
And I'm Grace Stewart, and I'm an assistant county attorney in McCracken County.
Okay. Did you guys intern together? Were you there the same year?
We were not.
What years did you intern?
I think it was the summer after my senior year of college, right before I began law school.
And I was there in the summer of 2009 between my first and second years of law school.
Okay, and what's going on with you guys now? How's life as a prosecutor?
Busy. Very busy, very busy. Always exciting, never a dull moment.
Always. And great to be back in Lexington, of course.
Yes,
on
definitely. Definitely.
I'm sure you missed that.
Yes, absolutely.
Any big news to share with us?
As far as work, no, not about? Personally, I'm engaged, and
you just got married?
I did last year,
so exciting.
I know, so we keep in touch with each other, and it's a fun time.
Yeah, it's great to catch up with you guys.
You too. Thank you.